Good evening, sir.
So,
Good evening, sir.
Prerna, are you there? Prerna Agarwal? Prerna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Fine, sir.
I have a message for you.
What, sir?
Chandra had called me. He has requested me to nominate you as today's sessions in charge.
Okay,
Please
sir.
not to attend. Okay, it's okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for which you need to switch on your video first.
Sir, right now?
Yes.
So, 1 minute, sir.
Okay, meanwhile, yesterday's class, what we were discussing? Hi.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Okay, thanks a lot. Now you can switch off your video. Okay, yesterday's class, we were discussing about what? We were discussing about how to perform or how to write queries, SQL queries in one particular table. You are given with one table, okay, and you will be selecting, you will be creating, you will be updating and all those things. Today we are going to discuss about two different things. One is how to run subqueries by combining two tables and how to join two tables or two or more tables together. And last but never the least, we are going to do some calculated columns aggregated function also in our SQL query. Always remember this, the concept of relational database management system heavily depending on how you are going to or how the user is going to combine more than two tables. See, in a huge project, in a big data project, in a data analytics project, you can't expect you will be having only one table. Okay, the project is, the catalog is nothing but collection of databases. Okay, what is a database? It's a collection of, it's a collection of,
table, sir.
it's a collection of tables. Okay, whereas catalog is a collection of database. So always expect that you are going to have minimum of 25 to 30 tables in your project. Okay, so that you will be able to combine all together, okay, to perform some queries, to analyze your data. Okay, so how to do that? Suppose if as of now you are able to run your query in one table, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now to simply remember, okay, whenever you are having more than one table, you are going to merge those two individual queries together to run a query to analyze your data. Okay, so last evening we stopped at combining two tables. One is your student table, master table. The another one is a transaction table, that is student hostel details. Okay, we stopped at one question by, I asked you all how to retrieve data from one table to another table by referring the foreign key. Uh, for instance, yesterday I told you that I asked you, in fact, to retrieve the names of the students who have paid the hostel fee. Okay, if I'm asking you to retrieve the roll numbers, it will be easier task for you because you are having that roll number, student room number, and student fee status in one particular table, that is student underscore HO. Okay, that is hostel table. But how to retrieve student's name which is there in another table? Okay, that is where we stopped last evening's class. So to continue with that, you just open that worksheet. I'm just sharing my screen. You just open that uh, sheet. I request you all to open the worksheet. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good.
sir.
Now I am going to create how many tables?
2, sir.
Two tables. Okay. Uh, First one, create. Okay. Table. Okay. Okay. I'm putting two more columns as well. Uh, Mark one, integer. Okay. Okay. Got it? Created this table? All of you? Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Very good. Now, last class we had also discussed the primary qualification for a key to become foreign key or reference key. Then it should be a
Primary key, sir.
very good. It should be a primary key. Then we need to create the primary key as well. So that we are going to discuss it later. And another thing is, along with the primary key, we discuss about one more key. What is that? What is that key is?
Candidate key.
Very good. Candidate key. What is the difference between candidate key and primary key? What is the underlying difference between primary key and candidate key?
So candidate key can have null values.
Candidate key can have null value. Suppose if you want to make one candidate key as a primary key, what is the qualification?
So no
then
null
it should
values.
not
Unique.
own null values. Okay, it should not be having any null values in that. Okay, now suppose I want to make this R and O as my primary key. Would I be able to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Because we are going to enter unique value into this particular table. Okay, so to do that, just put primary key. Okay, but you need to drop this table because it has already been created. Okay, so I am just dropping this table first. Okay, I'm just simply running this command. My table has been dropped. Okay, now I am running this. Okay, I am running this. See, the table has been created. Yes or no?
No, sir. Sir, could you please do this again?
Yeah, wait a minute. First, I am dropping this table. Okay, mask because it has already been created. I am just dropping it. Okay, now my cache is clear. Now I am going to create one table with a key as a primary key so that I would be able to use that particular key as my reference key in another table. In other words, I I can be use that key as a foreign key in some other table. So I am putting the same command. Simply I am adding one constraint as primary key. Okay. After that data type of R and O attribute, I am simply adding primary key. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now I also don't want to have any null values in name because we are going to display all the names who have paid the hostel fee. Yes or no? So I want this yes name to be some holding some values. It should not be any null values. So how to do that? Similarly, like your foreign key, sorry, your primary key, just put not null, which means it should not be a null value key. Okay, got it? These two constraints you have got that primary key, not null.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Very good. Now I am simply running this. Check whether it is running. It says not null. It's a null value. Just remember with this thing what I committed. Why it
Only
is
the
not?
selected only the
Hmm?
selected portion you have run. Only the selected portion you have select only
Very
not.
good. I have selected only not null. So it won't run. Okay. I am simply running this. Table has been created. Yes or no? Okay. Now,
Sir,
yeah.
I did the same thing and it shows name is already used as an existing object.
Yeah, you have not dropped your table. You just drop your table, drop
Okay, sir.
table, student mass first. Okay. To use this command, it will run. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Are you able to?
So
Or
one
no?
second.
Hmm.
Yes, sir. Now
Great.
it's showing.
Now I want to see the structure of this table. What is the command? I forgot. What is the command? Huh?
Yes.
Yes, DESC. Thanks a lot. What is DESC stands for?
Describe.
Describes the data dictionary.
Describe or description. Okay. Then if I am saying DESC student marks, I am displaying my structure and it is also called as Ishika. What is the name of this structure?
Sir, data dictionary.
Very good. KitKat. It is a
Okay.
data dictionary for the table student mass. Okay. Here, if you could see, RNO not null, S name not null, DOB date, M1 number, M2 number. Now my question to you all is, I have put two constraints. One is as a primary key, the other one is as not null. But if you could see my data dictionary, it is showing both the attributes R and O as well as S name as not null. Why? It is not showing me whether it's a primary key, which one is the primary key. Because see, what is the definition for primary key, Rupali? What is the definition for primary key?
So primary key is a key that shows the unique value in a table and it cannot be null.
Very good. See, whenever somebody is asking you any definition, you have to give a clear definition to them. A primary key is a key or attribute that is used to retrieve records oblique rows oblique tuples uniquely from a table. Okay, so it should not be a null value. Okay, now my question is, I forgot which one I have defined as primary key, whether it's an RNO or S name, because my data dictionary is not showing that detail. It's saying whether it's a null or not null. Of course, I got it both the thing as not null. I don't know which one is the primary key. How to check that? Okay, very simple to check that. Suppose I want to enter some values. Okay, shall we enter some values? Insert into one. Okay, and then mark one as okay. Shall we run this?
So table names.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Now I am running this. Okay, one rows as inserted. Yes or no? Now, without knowing whether I have defined my roll number 1 as 1, again I am trying as 1 ala. Will this run? Will this run?
No, sir.
See, just read unique constraint. Okay, it should be a unique value. you can't repeat those value for your primary key. Okay, now check this. Instead of putting this, whether you guys are preparing the notes, I'm preparing notes for you all. Ask your session in charge to thank me. Now I've realized that I have put roll number 1 already. Now I am doing this. Instead of repeating the roll number, I am repeating the name. Okay. Will it run?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just see. How come? Because in the roll number, it was not allowing me to enter repeated value. Whereas in this yes name, which is also a not null, but it allowed me to enter the repeated value, that is Ayushman in this case. Because we have defined only our roll number as primary key, but we have defined this yes name only as not null constraint. Suppose if you are entering will this take? Cannot insert null into this particular yes name. Got it? Now you have understood the difference between a not null constraint and a primary constraint. Yes or
Yes, sir.
no? Got it? Now tell me one thing. Just a minute. Now I am putting this Ayushman again. Okay. I am keeping this as null. Will this run?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, how many records I am having? How many records I am
Three.
having?
3.
3
3.
records. And what is the S name for all these 3 records?
Ayushman.
Ayushman. What is the roll number?
Different for every 1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3. And in the date of birth, I am having one record with null value in the DOB. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, if I want to delete the repeated Ayushman from my table, would I be able to? Yesterday we were not able to because we deleted both balas. One is actual, the other one is the duplicate. Now would I be able to delete one Ayushman with null DOB and one Ayushman with roll number 2? Would I be able to?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Because here you are having an unique attribute, your primary key. Based on that, you would be able to. Suppose if I want to suppose if I want to select, okay, yes name from student mass where R&O equal to 1. Will this run? Will this run? Will this run? Got it? Now I am doing select star. Please stop me whenever you are having a doubt. Okay, do not hesitate. How many records you are going to have while running this?
3.
What I did. A-U-H-M-A-N. Got it? 3. Okay. You could see there is a null value in your DOB for roll number 3 Ayushman. Okay. Now I am going to delete. Okay. Roll number 2 and 3 Ayushman. Okay. How to do that? Delete from, okay, good mass where, tell me where, Prerna,
So where our roll number is equal to
1. I want to delete 2, 3 as well.
so then we'll just
Sorry,
put a
2 and 3.
we'll just put a comma and then write 3.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Shall we try?
So semicolon.
Will it run? Rupali, any guess?
Yes, sir.
Very good. But it says SQL command not properly entered. You need to refer my class number 2. In the class, we were discussing about numbers, vectors, matrix, and all those things. Okay. Here, you are talking about 2 different roll numbers. In other words, 2 different values. But this R and O isn't what data type that R and O is?
Integer.
Number.
Hmm?
So in
Number.
teacher.
So number. So you need to put this as number only. It is not that you can put 2, 3 and all those things. When you are putting 2, 3, then it would become a vector. Got it? But the data type is here integer. You can't use this as 2, 3. So
Sir,
you need to
can we use RNO is equal to 2 and RNO is equal to 3?
wait, I am coming to that. Sumit, I am coming to that. Okay. Now you can put these 2 mass where, okay, R and O equal to 1. Sorry, 3. First you delete 2, then you delete 3. Okay. Why you have done that? Because R and O is an integer, but you have defined that as 2, 3. When you are putting 2, 3, then it will become a vector. You can't retrieve vector values for an integer data type attribute. So you can do this. And if you are doing this, both the records will be deleted. Perfect. Now my question is, here in this case, there are only 2 records I am intended to delete. Suppose if you are having thousands of records, how to do that? Then it would be a difficult task, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Very good. Now, so we need to devise a method, okay, that would take care of number into vector. Okay, we will discuss that. Before that, Sumit is having a query. Sumit is asking me, or even, or rather suggesting me to put like this: delete from student mass where RNO equal to 1, 2, RNO equal to 3. He is asking, sir, can I do this? Or why can't I do this? Sumit, this is what your question is, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Any guesses? Lippy, are you there? Lippy, are you there? Ketan? Ketan, are you there? Utyo? Simran? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Who is this?
Utyo, sir.
Utyo, tell me, Sumit is right? Would we be able to? Shall we run?
I think yes, we can.
But it says 0 rows deleted. Why? Prerna Sachideva is there. Prithvi is there. Manvika is there.
Sir, because there is no record for which RNO is equal to 2 and RNO is equal to 3. Both
Very good.
cannot
Who
be
is this?
satisfied.
Sumit.
Yeah.
You have answered your own question, yeah. See, in the earlier case, we try to compare, or we try to use vector value for an integer data type. Here, we are putting a Boolean condition, delete that record for which the RNO is 2, the RNO is 3 as well. Because we are intended to delete only one record for which the RNO should be 2, the RNO should be 3. Practically, it is not possible. Yes or no? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Got it? Now, how to do that? Very simple. We need, as I said, we need to devise a method to take care of vector value as well, or set of values as well. How to do that? Delete student master. Okay. That's all. Where R and O. How to represent a vector within bracket. Okay.
In list,
Hmm?
can we represent in list?
Yeah, list is nothing but vector only, right? So within the bracket, you can do that. Okay. There you can enter 2, 3. So here we need to fill something here so that it will handle both the roll numbers 2 and 3. How to do that? Very simple. That R and O should be in 2, 3. So simply put in. Shall we try this? See, 2 rows have been deleted. So here what we are doing is that right hand side is a vector. The attribute left hand side is your integer, that is value. So that value should be there in your list or vector. So we are putting should be there in that English statement in we are using. So it will be deleted. Okay, got it? Okay. Or you can ask me, sir, tell me one thing. Instead of in, by using this vector within the parenthesis, can I use equal to? You can't, because you should not even. Because again, RNO equal to 2, comma 3. That means Sumit question. Delete student master where RNO equal to 2 and RNO equal to 3. You will not be able to. Okay. So the simplest thing is you need to put within in. Got it? Any doubt?
Sir,
Yeah.
why didn't you put a semicolon after this statement?
Yesterday class I told you, na? See, whenever you are putting this as one by one, okay, you need not to put that semicolon, okay? But semicolon is the best practice. Please excuse me, because I normally put into my programming code, because into my application code. Okay, there, as I said, from top to bottom it will be executing. Then there is no need for your semicolon. Suppose if you are doing like this, delete 2 comma 3 without putting semicolon. If you are putting delete from student mass where RNO equal to 1. Okay, run this. It will show you SQL command not properly entered, because you have not stopped your transaction number 1 and jumping to transaction number 2, which is this one. In that case, you need to put this semicolon. Now run. It will run, because we have already deleted this 2 comma 3. Now we have deleted 1 as well. So for the first row, 0 rows deleted. The second row, second transaction, 1 row deleted. Got it? So
Okay.
it's a transaction. Okay, one by one it will execute. Suppose if you are trying to execute on the whole without putting any semicolon between your transactions, it won't. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now I'm again entering my values for Aishman. Okay, value. Thing. Putting. For record, I am adding. Shall we do this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, before executing this, I wanted to add one more attribute to my table. Okay, this can wait. Before that, I want to add one more attribute in my table, which is gender, sex. Okay, I want to add gender detail as well. Okay, I am putting, what is the command? Alter table. Help me out, please. Alter table student mass. Then
Add
column,
add
column,
hmm,
gender,
and that's
worker,
it. Okay, one. I'm going to put either M or F. Okay, so I simply put varchar 1. Okay, got it? Shall we? Will this run? Why it is not running? Who set column? Who has set column?
Riddhi.
Riddhi.
Yes, sir.
Column, when you will be using column identifier? When you want to drop any attribute from your table, then at that time you will be using this column identifier. For your adding new attributes to the table or modifying your existing attribute of your table, there is no need to define column identifier. Because why we are using that column identifier in your drop purpose? Because drop is having a dual purpose. One is to drop your table. If you could see, I have written here drop table student mass. Okay, now if I am saying drop, simply drop like your add or modify attribute, then the system would be clueless. भैया क्या बोल रहे हो? Either you want me to drop my table, your table, or your attribute. That is why we are putting this column when we are using only the drop. Otherwise, there is no need to. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, shall we try? Will this run? Got it?
Yes.
Table altered. I hope you guys are doing along with me.
Yes, sir.
Now, will these 4 line getting executed? Will these be? They be able to? Hello?
Sir, I think you need to add gender also.
Very good. Because we have already altered our table, we need to add the gender detail as well.
But sir, gender is not unique, so why can't we take it can take null value?
It is not unique. Why you want to? What is your question, Sumit?
So why will it not run? Because it can take null values. So if we don't put any value,
Null value. Very good, Sumit. Null value, but you need to define that null value even. Suppose if you are putting this, it will execute. but you are not at all defining, because see, as of now your table is having how many attributes? Just count it. R&O is 1, S name is 2, DOB is 3, M1 is 4, M2 is 5, gender is 6. Okay, you are having 6 attributes, but here you are entering only 3, 4, 5 values to your attributes. Okay, of course you are right. It is not a not null. Why it should not run? Because, but for that also you have to put this. Got it?
Yes, sir, got it.
Very good. Okay, I am putting this as null for Ayushman. Okay, and I am putting CF. यार बाला सुमित को भी ऐड कर देते हैं, कर दें. With your spelling is right.
No, sir, it is SUMIT.
ये आयुष्मान बोलेगा मेरे से तो नहीं पूछा आपने. बाला को कम नंबर ही देते हैं. Got it? So, will these queries run? Of course, yes, because though we are putting null value for Ayushman, it will run. Okay, just try it. It is executed. Okay, now I am selecting all the values. Select star from student master. Okay, got it? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now I want to update Ayushman gender as well, because it is having null value. I am putting whoever is having null value, I want to change it to gender M. Update student mass A. Okay, gender is null. Just run. Sorry. Set. If you could see, yesterday we were not discussing about this update command. Update command is under which statement?
DML, sir.
DML. Very good. Now here we are putting one command update. किसको अपडेट करना है? मेरे टेबल को अपडेट करना है. क्या अपडेट करना है? आई वॉन्ट टू सेट द जेंडर एज मेल. किसको करना है? जेंडर किसका नल है उसको करना है. सो आई हैव रिटन दिस क्वेरी एज अपडेट स्टूडेंट मास सेट gen equal to m where gen is null. Okay, just try to execute this. One rows updated. Got it? This one? I
Yes.
wanted to update my table and I wanted to update one of my attributes of my table in which one attribute generally is null. I want to change that value of that attribute to m. So I have changed this by putting this update command. Got it? Got this statement?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Instead of writing where gender is null, if we would have written where RNO is 1, would it still have worked?
Yes, but our purpose is we knew there are some null values in my table. We don't know whether that null values record is roll number 1 or not. Because here you know about your table and your values, your tuples, your records. That is why you put RNO is 1, that will also work. But our purpose is हमको ये ढूंढना है जिसका जनरल नल है उसको जनरल m कर दो करके. Because it might happen your table is having more than one null values for your attribute gender. So it would be difficult for you to first search what are the roll numbers which is having the gender attribute as null. Okay, you can do this as well. See, I am putting this update student mass. Okay, set general equal to null value where RMU equal to 1. Okay, and putting for Aishman and for me, I am putting this as now what will happen? We are going to have null values. Suppose just write select star from student mass where okay let's start from student mass. See for roll number 1 which is Aishman, roll number 5 Bala now is having null value in the gender attribute. Suppose Bhavika, as you told, suppose if I am doing this update student mass set gender equal to male as RNO equal to 1. It would only update Aishman's attribute, Aishman's gender attribute, not Bala's gender attribute. Yes or no? Or you need to do RNO equal to RNO in 1, 5. But it is not possible for you to know all the records in your table because you are going to have millions of crores of records in your table. Here you are having only 5 records. That is why you know. So that is why I put wherever that gender is null. I want to change that into gender here. So I am putting this null. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Very. Now I've got all the values. Okay. Now all my records or my table is very clean and ready for usage because I am having 1 to 5. I am not having any duplicate records in my primary key. I am not having any null values. Now my table is ready to be used. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I actually had a doubt. So when I like select the tables, select from student mass, so sometimes the roll numbers come up jumbled.
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Who is this?
Ishita.
Ishita, I'm coming to that, Ishita.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So now I've got my all my records very clean and ready to be used. Now I am going to put three very important things. Okay. One is how to group all these records. How to do some aggregation like number of rows with a condition, number of sum of columns with a condition. That is the second thing. Last but never the least, order. Okay. Just now, Ishita has asked, sir, my records are jumbled up. It is not in a proper order. You need to put it in proper order. How to do that? That we are going to discuss. Okay. So now you all are ready with this student underscore mass table, right? All of you are having 5 records, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now I am going to check how many female students are there in my class. Okay. So suppose if you want to list down the names of the female students, then it is very easy. How to do that? Select yes name from student mass where, tell me the condition.
Where GEN
Gen
equal to F.
Very good. See, Bhavika, Chandra, Ishika. There are 3 records. But as I said, when you are going to have thousands of millions of crores of records, it is not possible for you to count the number of records, or in other words, the number of female students in your class or in your university. Okay, how to do that? Very simple. You need to put one command in this place, count star. Okay, just run this. See, count star is 3. It will simply count the number of female student, or it will simply count based on your condition. Okay, got it? Count star. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, I want to check start from the mass. Okay. This one, this. All the records are coming, right? I want to see the student name who was scored or who topped in the subject M1. How to do that? I want to check the student who topped in the subject M1. How to do that?
Having M1 is equal to max of M1.
No, see, now we are discussing about aggregated function. In the place of count star, I want to put some command so that I would be getting the topper of the subject M1.
Order.
No, is one, your attribute. Just try this command, whether it is working or not, just tell me. Rupali,
Yes, sir, I'm doing it. 1 second.
okay, great. Others also do.
But sir, with this we'll only get a number, not the name.
Wait, I am coming to that. Rupali, what you are getting? Rupali,
Yes, sir, I'm getting the maximum M1 integer 100.
very good. Now, I want to see the name was scored the top mark in the subject M1. How to do that? You have got the answer for this particular query. Yes or no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
This value is 100 for which attribute? Which attribute?
M1.
Sir, M1.
M1.
Yeah. So one part we are ready. Just give some space. Now here I want to see who has scored or who are all scored 100 in the subject M1. Then I will be able to tell who is the topper in the subject M1. So what you need to do, select what you want, the topper's name, from where, student, master, master, where M1 equal to particular command. Will this work? This work?
No, sir, it should not work.
Why?
Because while running the code, we are getting a CSV file, but M1 take integer value.
I'm not getting you.
We are getting a dictionary, a max of M1 and 100.
Yes. See, the maximum mark in your M1 attribute is 100. So now you came to know that the maximum mark in the subject M1, that is for the attribute M1, is 100. Then based on that, suppose if you are running your query for which the M1 attribute is 100, would you be able to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it will work.
It will work. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Just run. See, clap for Ishika. Ishika is the topper for M1. Ishika, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Congrats. Now, this is similar to your command. If you are putting this, it will again display Ishika's name only. Okay. Just refresh Bhavika's questions, because Bhavika was asking, sir, why you are putting gender is null? We can simply put R and O is equal to 1. Since we knew that R and O 1 is having that null value in the gender attribute, we can put that. But in thousands of, hundreds of, or lakhs of, or millions of, crores of record, it is not possible. That is why we generally put wherever the gender is null, just convert that into male. Here also, by seeing this table, select star from student mass, where M1, sorry, select start from student mass, just check. Since it is having only 5 records, by seeing this, sir आपको क्या चाहिए? M1 में topper चाहिए ना? 94, okay, 94, 95 is there, sir, okay, 80 is there, okay, sir. Ishika 100, yes, Bala 40, okay. There are 5 records. It is easier for, it's a child play for you to tell Ishika is the topper in the subject M1. But don't expect your table to be having only 5 records. That is why we put first, we try to know which one is the top mark. Okay, the top mark to identify, we put select maximum of M1 from student mass. Okay, very good. We have got 100 as the top mark for the subject M1. Now, one more task is left. We need to find the topper, the name of the topper who has scored the marks as 100 in M1. That is why we put this particular command. Okay, got it?
So I
Got
have a
it?
question.
Yeah.
So if we want to change both the marks M1 and M2 together, do we write that in the vector form as well?
You want to change, you want to update, right?
Yes.
Say you want to update, suppose, see, you want to update it for whose record?
So anyone's. Let's take roll number 2.
Okay, I'm just showing all my records. And you yourself will say how to do that. See here, shall we do one thing? Your Your friend Chandra's mark is very low. Can we change Chandra's mark from 80 to 100, 70 to 90?
Okay, sir.
Okay, very good. How to do that? 8. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Friend mass. Okay. Then followed by set right here where R and O equal to 3. Okay. Now
Yes,
you
sir.
need to fill in this blank. Set M1 equal to 100, comma M2 equal to 90. Will this work?
So can we not write it like bracket m1 comma m2 is equal to bracket 100 comma 90 in the vector form?
Where?
Instead of m1 is equal to 100 comma m2 is equal to 90, can we write it in a vector form like m1 comma m2 is equal to 100 comma 90?
Like this. Just a minute. M1 equal to
So m1 comma m2
M2
is equal to 100 comma 90, and they're in brackets.
like this.
m1 m2 also in brackets.
Very good. This one your question.
Yes, sir.
Any answer for this question? See, Prerna is asking this question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any answers to your session in charge? Rupali, you want to
So,
answer this question?
so can I try?
Who is this?
So Shreya Negi.
Yeah, Shreya. Go again.
I think this is not a vector because we're taking values from a same row,
I'm not getting you.
like M1, M2.
Why it is not a vector?
So because like when we were taking the roll numbers earlier, so those were roll numbers for two different people, right? So
No.
I
See.
think that
Shreya. Chandra is saying, I have written only this. Update student master. Set M1 equal to 100, M2 equal to 90, where roll number equal to 3. We both wanted to change the marks of Chandra, whose roll number is 3. That only one roll number we are going to affect in our table. Okay. But what Prerna is asking is, sir, instead of doing M1 equal to 100, M2 equal to 90, why can't you convert that into vector the way we did it in our select query? M1 comma M2 equal to 100 comma 90.
so but that's what I'm saying. M1 comma M2 would not be classified as vector, I believe,
No,
because
it is a vector. It is a vector. It
okay,
is a
then
vector. Very simple. Always remember Prerna and Shreya and everyone. You will be able to change or drop or add, or select the particular attribute that is there exists in your table. There is no attribute called M1 comma M2. See, you can always use only the existing attribute that is there in your table. That is why you are putting this as even your select query. If you could see here, This highlighted one delete from student was there RNO in 2, 3. I have put that RNO which is exists in my table. Okay. See, that value can be a vector, can be anything, but your attribute can be only the attribute that is there in your table. You can't change that. Got it?
Yes, sir, got it.
There is no attribute called M1, M2. So it is not possible. Okay. But it is a very good question, Prerna. And very good try for Shreya as well. Now I am running this command. Sumit, tell me, would I be able to execute this?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Let's try one row at a time. Now, Ishika,
Yes, sir.
who is the topper in subject M1?
Sir, it was me, but now roll number 3 is also a topper in M1.
So now if you are putting this command, what will happen?
Now 2 names should appear, Chandra and Ashika.
Sorry, I got disconnected. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now it is giving me how many records? Sorry, how many records? 2 records. One is for Chandra and other one is for Ishika. Now I want to see your score. The lowest mark in subject M2. How to change this? Ishika, tell me.
Sir, instead of max, we can put min
Good.
in the bracket M and where? Okay.
Okay, got it?
So in the statement where you've done where
Very
M1,
good.
so yeah.
So just put M2. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
got it?
Yes, sir.
Now देखो इशिका मेरे को लाइक ही नहीं करती है, मेरे को लोएस्ट मार्क दे दी. So got it? Any doubt? Any question? Any insight? Hello.
So got it.
Very good. Now I want to do one more thing. I want to see the sum of marks of M1 for all my female students. How to do that? How to do that? Just copying this. How to do that? I'm just copying this.
Sir, instead of count star, we'll use sum star.
Very good. Shall I put this? Star?
Yes, sir.
Very good. But I want to know only the sum of subject 1, that is M1.
So instead of star, you can put M1.
Okay. Simran, are you there? Lippy? Richardson? Will this work? Rupali?
I think yes, sir. It will work.
Yes, I think.
Let's run. Got it?
Got it, sir.
Very good. So you can do this as well. Now, I want to know the average of marks scored by female students in subject M1. What to do?
So instead of sum, we'll put average, select average M1 from student mass where gender is F, gender equals to F.
Okay. Shall we try? Got it?
Got it, sir.
Suppose if I want to see for male students, would I be able to? Would I be able to?
Yes, sir. You'll have to put gender equal M.
Very good. That's it. Okay. Now, I have a question. The question is, I want to see which group has got more marks in the subject M1, whether it's female students group or female group or male group. I always do this comparison. Would we be able to? Would I be able to?
Yes.
How?
We'll if we put the command select max and we put these two commands in the parenthesis.
Okay, tell me. Select max.
Sum M1 from student. So select max bracket sum from student mass this and then comma sum M1 yes and
Who is this?
so we'll put a comma after the F and just write the same command for the M.
Tell me. You want me to put first max, right?
Yes.
Then what do you want me to do?
Bracket sum M1 from student mass where gen is equal to F, comma So don't close the bracket there, like where you closed it. And back to the end.
Here, bracket close.
No, so we'll add one more, right? So we'll
One
put
more select statement you want to add?
No, I want to not close the bracket and
Who is this first? Tell
add
me.
the M statement.
Ishita, why can't you type it in the chat?
Sir, 1 second.
Just a minute, I'm coming. Yes, typed. Ishita?
Sir, typing.
Okay.
Something like this, sir.
Wait. I'm just copying. Check my screen or what? Shall we try? Just count the parentheses. One after max. M1, it is closed. This also closed. But here you have put one more parenthesis. Why? Shall I delete this?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
So shouldn't there be one more from student table marks?
One more?
One more from student masters table.
See, always remember this. You can't select more queries within the one query. That means here, how many queries you are intended to run? One is for first you need to check maximum of M1 for your first group, that is male. Then for your second group, female. Then you need to compare whether uh, max M1 of first group is higher than max M1 of the second group. Okay. In the process, you are comparing your table thrice, not just once. Okay. Suppose if you want to do this, like maximum of M1, select or sum of M1, okay, from student master. Okay, it will give sum of all the students for the subject M1. Suppose if you are putting this, then of course it will give all the values, sorry, sum of M1 for your female student. Suppose if you are changing this to M, it will give. By seeing this, of course, 295 is higher than 134. After seeing two queries, after running two queries only, you are coming to a conclusion that female students have scored more marks in subject M1 than male students. Okay, but my question is, if I want to run both the queries in one particular query, then of course you need to do a self join. You need to combine the same table together twice. Why? Because you can't put two queries together. Of course, here you have put two queries only. Here, if you could see, are you able to see the highlighted one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here, this is query number 1, and this is query number 2. You are combining together. You are combining both the queries. Perfect. But here, if you could see, this M1 is an attribute. This M1 is not an aggregated function. Here, this sum of M1 is an aggregate. It's an aggregation. You know what is a little meaning of aggregate? Aggregate means this average, sum. By aggregating some tuples, you are getting some value. So can't put this aggregated function in your query, result to your query. So it is not possible until or unless you are doing some jimming by means of join. Before going to the join, okay, I want to answer Ishita's questions as well. Sir, in my table, it is coming jumbled up. Okay. Now, if you want to put it in an order, it is very simple. Select start from student mass here or student mass. Okay. It will show your values, but sometimes it will show some jumbled up. I want to order by means of roll number. Then you need to type order by roll number. By default, it will take ascending order. Suppose if you want to put this as descending order, just type D because ASC is by default. There is no need to type. Okay, by default it would be ASC only. Or if you are putting ASC also, no problem. Same result it will show, but without this also it will run. By default, it would be ASC only, ascending order only. Suppose if you want to put as a descending order, then just run this. See 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got it? Got it? Now you want to order alphabetically. Then order by what? Order
First
by
name.
what? Yes, name. Very good. Now I want to first order by means of gender, then by roll number. How to do that? Order by gender. Then run this. See, first F will come, then M will come. ये सुमित का रिकॉर्ड कहाँ चला गया? डिलीट कर दिया है क्या मैंने? Okay, no issue. See, now it is ordered by what? By what? Hello.
Gender, sir, gender.
Gender. Now, if you could see, gender, first Chandra is there, then Ishika is there, then Bhavika is there. I want to put roll number also into consideration. Then, will this run?
No, sir.
Who said no? Who said no?
So me, sir, Shreyansh.
Shreyans, tell me why you said no. What
So
is
because
the
that,
reason behind? Hmm?
so because that will change the. I don't
Change
know,
the
sir.
what? See, you might have, I thought you might have told this because of this array concept. Always remember this. You can segregate your attributes by means of comma. Okay. Gender in the order by class. Okay. So gender, you are having this one. Now I want to put male student first, then female student. Tell me the command. Prerna.
Sir, I'm thinking, sir.
Okay. Rupali.
Chain, then DESC.
Write DESC after gender.
Is Ishita.
Yes, sir.
Today's star is Ishita. Here we are putting gender, sorry, DAC after gender. Shall we try? See. Okay. By default, it would be in ascending order of R and O because we are not putting anything after R and O. Suppose if you are putting DESC also, then Bala would be coming first before Ayushman. See. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, one final thing. Here, suppose if you want to combine two attribute together, उसका मार्क्स भी 50 से ऊपर होना है या 90 से ऊपर होना है और उसका जेंडर भी फीमेल होना है. How to do that? A is female. Okay. After that, tell me.
Comma M1 should be greater than 90.
Who is this?
Sir Rupali.
Pali. Pali को अभी scale मिलेगा. See, here if you are putting M1 is greater than 90, will this run?
If we put and instead of comma, then it will run.
Then first tell me why it won't run. Rupali is right in guessing. Why can't we put comma? So you need to understand the concept. We know that by putting and by not putting comma, it will work. But why? Our guess is also right. सर जैसे आपने रोल नंबर 2 and 3 fetch किया, retrieve किया, why can't you do this? Or like Prerna said, sir, why can't you put this? Prerna's answer is wrong because you can't use different attribute that is not there in your table. So I have left with one option by putting this gender equal to female, okay, comma M1 greater than 90. Why we can't put, why we can't separate this by comma is very simple reason. Here you are putting some conditions, some comparison. It would be always Boolean. Okay, it would be logical. It would be always logical operator. Here the logical operator. So now just execute this whether it will work. Right? See,
Got it, sir.
got it right?
Yes.
This comma. Let's try whether will it work. Command not properly ended because the system is now clueless. Arey yaar, general equal to F. What is this comma? Because general equal to F is a condition. After where you will be using condition. Okay. And system doesn't know what the hell this comma is there in a condition. And here one more condition, the system won't be able to catch hold of. Because for this, the system requires some connection operator that would be always logical operator. That is why we are putting and. Okay. Now, I want to see या कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है फीमेल भी होने दो मेल भी होने दो मार्क्स 100 से 100 होना है M2 में हाउ टू डू दैट हाउ टू डू दैट
So gen equal to F or gender equal to male and M1 greater than 90. So we
Saviran?
could also just remove the condition on the gender.
Very good. Who is this? Prerna.
Yes, sir.
Very good answer, but wrong answer. Because here you know that there are only two genders. Suppose if you are talking about other attributes, I want to see the birthplace of candidates whose birthplace is either Chennai or Bangalore. In your table, there might be thousands of cities. Here you know that gender is female or male. So how to do that? If you could see, assuming that you don't know how many genders are there in your table. In other words, how many distinct, note that word distinct, that is unique. Genders
Yes.
are there in your table. For which the command is of gender, okay, from student. Okay, just
Okay.
execute this. Here it will run, by which you can see how many distinct values are there. But until or unless you doesn't know how many genders are there in your table, it is not possible for removing this. Okay. So, but instead of putting this also, we can remove if we know how many distinct values are there for a particular attribute. Okay. Now, I want to see the marks is more than 90 or gender is whether female or male. Okay. Then I can execute this. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, tell me one thing. I want to see how many students are there, okay, who are having the M2 as 100 and gender as female. Tell me the command.
Sir, can I try?
Yeah, please.
Select count star from
Who
student
is this?
mass.
Who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
Rupali.
Yeah, Rupali, go ahead. Select.
Select count star from student mass where gender equals female and M1 equals 100.
Where? Where?
Gender GEN is equals to my F and M1 equals 100.
M2, M2.
M2 equals 100. Yes.
Very good. It will work. Okay. So last question for today's session. Coming back to Ishita's question, Ishita's try, in fact, I want to know which group has got more marks in subject 1 in my table. Okay. Suppose if I want to see, okay, two different queries, by writing two queries, I would be able to. Okay. Suppose if I am doing this, What happened? Something wrong? Okay. It will show 295 and 134 by writing different queries. But I want at least, if not comparison, at least I want to display this in one query. Okay. How to do that? M1. Okay. If I am putting this run, will this run? Ishita, जल्दी बोलना. Will this run?
Yes, sir.
No sir. पढ़ो क्या एरर आ रहा है?
Not a single group function.
Not a single group function. What that mean? Here you are grouping something. You are grouping, you are aggregating all the M1 marks. All of a sudden, you are putting one attribute also. It won't run because you are combining one aggregated function and one attribute. Suppose if you are putting this, again this won't run. Though M1 and sum of M1 are being used same attribute M1, it won't run because this is an aggregated function. This is and what? M1 is what?
Attribute.
Very good. M1 is attribute, whereas sum of M1 is an aggregated function.
Aggregate
It
function.
won't run. Okay. So, but I want to see how to do that. Very simple.
Sir, can I say
Yeah.
uh,
Tell.
select sum of M1 from student mass, then group by gen.
Wait. Till this time, we have not discussed about group. Of course, I'm going to tell that only. What made you to put that word group by? What we are here doing? Because
There are two
you are
groups.
right. Exactly. We are aggregating something. Okay. Something here is M1 based on my group. Okay. My group, I know I'm having two different groups. So I am putting group by, okay, what? Group by gender. What will happen now? Shall we run this? Ishita? So I got the answer in one query, 134 and 295. Still I am not satisfied. I want to see which group has scored 134 and which group has got 295. So now I am trying by putting this gender here and running this, see, got it? Now Rupali would be having a question. Sir, tell me one thing. Here also you are using an aggregated function and combining together with an attribute. Don't you think gender is an attribute? Don't you think sum of M1 is an aggregated function? Why you are doing this? Here also you are doing the same thing which we have done earlier, but it is not giving you any error in this particular query. This question is there in your mind, Rupali, or anyone's mind?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. When I have not used this particular class group by, then it showed me both as well as Ishita that not a single group function, because here system doesn't know yeah, what you are doing. You are doing an aggregated function and an attribute. It is not at all possible. Give me some group. You want to put that aggregated function, right? Then do some grouping. Then I did this grouping. Okay. Here it showed me the right value. So you need to understand the difference between combining an aggregate with an attribute, with using group by, without using group by. Okay, got it? Got it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. Now, can I do this? Next class we are
Sir,
going to do. Yeah,
can you please repeat how did you get the corresponding gender along with that?
yes. See, my purpose is, instead of writing two different queries, I want to know the sum of mark 1 for both my genders in my class. Okay, if I am writing two different queries by putting the where condition as gender equal to F, gender equal to M, obviously it will show me the answer 134, 295 respectively. But I want to put it in one single query by putting select sum of M1. I have tried sum of M1. Okay, and this gender I've tried. It showed me some error by stating not a single group function. Now here, my what is my purpose? The first purpose is I want to know the sum of mark 1. It's an aggregated function. When I am doing aggregation, when I am doing any aggregate function, so I want to group, right? हम बोलते हैं ना, see, first I want to know the uh, marks of all my female students, then all my male students. Now I am combining, but I am not changing any of my aggregated function. The aggregated function is still the same, sum of M1, but by means of my gender, I am grouping them. So I am putting this group command as well. Group by gender. Okay,
Yes, sir, got it.
got it. Very good. Now I want to know which group has got the maximum toward the sum marks in the subject M1. That we are going to discuss in our next class. Okay, you can guess it that as well, how to do that. Okay, next class we are going to discuss. When we are going to have the next class, Ishita, or class representative Prerna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
When we are going to have?
So, tomorrow.
17th.
Ishita is right, 17th. But I will be trying to have one class this Saturday. Okay. But all fine for you all. I'm planning for. You just let me know, Ishita and Chandra and Prerna. You just let me know by consulting with your class. Okay. That class I want to discuss how to combine Excel with your query and by putting some VLOOKUP in Excel, how you are going to change that in your SQL. And we are going to take one small case study. Okay. And we are going to create query book. What is a query book? Query book is we are going to write our insights. See here, what is an insight? We did something. Okay. We had some data. What are the insight we had today? We had learned today. We had learned how to put some condition. Suppose I want to know who is the topper in subject M1. The system had showed me Ishika is the topper. That is one insight. That insight number one is Ishika is the topper in the subject M1 in your class. In my class means in my table. Okay. The next, we displayed all the female students sum of M2. That is one insight. Insight means what? It is they are asking some questions and we are answering to that query by means of our SQL query. That's it. Suppose if somebody is asking you without giving any data, suppose if somebody is asking you who is the topper in subject M1, you will not be able to. Okay. Then after giving the data also, if suppose if somebody is asking you who is the topper, tell me. Suppose if the records are only limited to some hundreds or even thousand, if you are a supercomputer, then even thousand you will be able to. Okay, sir, 100 might be the top mark. I want to know who all got 100 in the subject. But if the record goes beyond that, it is not possible for you to get hold of the topper from a list of or from a class of from a university is having thousands of millions of rows of students. Got it? That is why we are putting these queries, these relation and all those things. In our next class, we are going to combine two different tables and we are going to put it in an Excel, how to do that. Okay. And I will be taking one more class for your, I am going to start our Power BA and Tableau also simultaneously so that you will be able to apply your relational database concept in your Power BA. Okay. Why Power BA and Tableau is being used? What is the purpose of using Tableau? Prerna? Prerna Sachdeva, are you there? Hmm?
So basically for data visualization.
Very good. It's not just for data visualization. Before data visualization, there is a concept called data modeling. There are three primary concepts, Rupali and everyone. Data modeling, then comes your data analytics, then comes your data visualization. Okay. Data modeling. Until or unless you are putting it into a model, okay, you will not be able to analyze your data. Until or unless you can analyze your data, you will not be able to visualize the data. See, as we normally say, a picture is a worth of 1,000 words. Okay, here a visualization, a chart is a worth of 1,000 data, 1,000 records. So if you are saying Ishika is my topper in my subject M1, okay, Sumit will sir, how did you say? By putting simply queries and all. You said Ishika is your topper because I think Ishika is your favorite. I am not. Then I need to prove by visualization that why or how Ishika was a topper in the subject M1 by putting some nice charts, by putting some nice graphs, by putting some tree maps, by putting some specialized chart and graphs, some specialized visualization. We need to prove, I need to prove that why or how Ishika was topper in the subject M1. That we are going to simultaneously we have to take. Otherwise, what will happen? It may it it had happened for me. That is why I am saying you will be forgetting all this SQL concept. I know time is very limited. It's not possible for you to refer all these notes, PPT. Uh, Put blame on me because I have shared the PPTs only yesterday. Okay, so the time is very limited for you. But if you could simultaneously take Power BI oblique Tableau along with your SQL, then perfect match. Okay, you would be able to understand the concept properly. Okay, even today I've got some nice comment for my mail that uh, they are now able to get hold of Python even by means of this SQL. Of course, we are going to discuss Python oblique RStudio as well. See, until or unless, see, visualization for modeling, it is Tableau or Power BI. But data analytics, it is always either RStudio or your Python because there involves some programming. Okay, modeling by means of this SQL, by means of this table, by means of the describe command data dictionary, you will be able to model your data. But by means of Power BI and Tableau, you will be able to visualize your data. Okay, but data analytics is the core that is only possible by means of programming languages like Scala, Python, or RStudio. Okay, I will tell you how to simply learn all these in tandem. Okay, so first task is we are going to discuss both our SQL and Excel and Power BI. Okay, then one by one we will go. We need to combine together. Then only you will be able to understand the concepts. Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ishita and Prerna and Chandra, you just let me know about Saturday's plan. Okay, uh, I will contact you guys and let me know about your convenience. Okay, Manamika, चुप बैठी है. Why? What had
Yes,
happened?
sir.
मेरे ऊपर गुस्से पे हो क्या?
नहीं नहीं सर.
Then why you are silent? कैटन भी
सर
आज
आई
बात नहीं
वाजंट
किया.
प्रेजेंट इन यस्टरडेज क्लास तो आज थोड़ा समझ नहीं आ रहा था.
What we can do? Tell me. I want
सर
you to
आई ट्राई
understand.
टू अंडरस्टैंड.
Very good. You just refer my fifth slide deck. Okay. There we are having a set of queries. You just try to run it in your worksheet. Then you will be able to understand. If not, you just ping me. I'm more than glad to help you out. Okay.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Okay, Preksha.
Yes, sir.
Preksha, now I am right.
Yes, sir.
But don't tell this to anyone. But I am right. Okay. What next? Suchan, Achika, Riddhi, Rupali, Sumet, Babika, Ishita, Manvika, Shreya, Prerna, Ranveer. Suchan, your video. Prerna, who are the class in charge here, session in charge today?
Yes, sir.
Yes. कौन अभी बात किया प्रेरणा के पीछे से? प्रेरणा
So
बंद कर
give
दी।
me
आयशिका रिचर्डसन, मेरे को जवाब नहीं दिया रिचर्डसन आज। आई एम रियली अपसेट।
सर थोड़ा वापस
नेक्स्ट क्लास
हो गया था।
you are going to be my star, okay Richardson? You are going to answer all my queries.
ठीक है
You
सर, ट्राई करेंगे।
and Bhavika, okay?
जरूर ट्राई करेंगे सर।
Okay, bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
bye.
Okay,
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
bye bye.
बाय
Bye, sir.
सर।
Thank you, sir.